looks so confusing.
That's too hard. I don't know how to do it.
Let me see. This is real difficult.
It's the Trigo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Math is related to our life closely, and our group will introduce two topics of calculus. And the first one is derivative of trigonometric function, and the second one is exponential. And this one we can learn some knowledge about sine, cosine, tangent, and cotangent, and cosecant. Also, this knowledge can apply to some other fields like physics, navigation, and engineering and geometry. So let's look at some pictures about this knowledge.
This is a beautiful girl in dimensionality, and her motion is tradition in their local dance. And in fact, we can treat her body from her hand to her feet as the arctangent function. This is a picture of crocodile, and actually we can treat the water level as the x-axis, and so its body shape can be considered as the arc-sine function. This is a picture of roller coaster, and we can find a similar part between these two pictures is the lifting part, which can be treated as the log function, just like the red line. I will talk something about the derivative of arcsine, and we can get this function. And the next step, we should inverse the function relationship, and the function is sine y equals x. And second, we should differentiate both sides. And the derivative of sine y is cosine y times dy dx equals 1. And the final result that we can get is dy over dx equals 1 over cosine y. And because the x equals sine y, and according to the trigonometric idea, we can know that sine y squared plus cosine y squared equals 1, and cosine y equals root 1 minus sine y squared. We can use x to replace the sine y, so the cosine y equals root 1 minus x squared. And so the final derivative of arcsine is dy over dx equals 1 over root 1 minus x squared.
Firstly, we can get the basic function of y equals to arctangent x, and then we will get the tangent y equals to x. And we will find the derivatives of tangent y and derivatives of x. We can note the derivative of tangent y is equals to secant square y, and the derivatives of x is equals to 1. And then we will get dy over dx equals to 1 over secant square y. Or we'll get a function that secant square y equals to 1 plus tangent square x. So we can replace this one equals to 1 plus tangent square y, and 1 over that Also, we can get tangent y equals to x, and this function can be written to this one. 1 over 1 plus x squared.
If we want to find the derivative of arc secant x, which equals to secant y equals x, and we need to find the derivative of secant y and the derivative of x. The derivative of secant y is secant y times tangent y times dy dx. And the derivative of x is 1. So dy dx equals to 1 over secant y times tangent y. And because secant y equals x and tangent y root secant square y minus 1. And because secant y equals x, so this equals to x squared minus 1. So the derivative of arc secant x equals to plus or minus 1 over x times root x squared minus 1.
If we want to find the derivative of exponential function, we should find the limit of e to the power of x plus h minus e to the power of x over h when h approaches to the 0. And the next step, we can get a function that limit e to the power of x times e to the power of h minus e to the power of x over h. And the third step is we can put e to the power of x in front. And so the function is e to the power of x times the limit e to the power of h minus 1 over h when h approaches to the 0. And actually h approaches to the 0, and so the e to the power of h approaches to the 1. And the limit 1 minus 1 over 0 is 1 when h approaches to 0. So the result is e to the power of x times 1 is e to the power of x, and the derivative of e to the power of x is itself.
Firstly, we will get the basic function of log ax equals to log x over log a, and then we will get the derivatives of these two, both sides of it. The third step is rewrite this function into this one, and then we also know that log x equals to 1 over x, so this function can be written as this one. And we will get the outcome.
The question which said that an officer in a patrol car is sitting 100 feet from the highway observes a truck approaching. At a particular instant t second, the truck is x feet down the road. The line of sight to the truck makes an angle of c radians to a perpendicular line to the road. And so first question is express theta as an inverse trig function, which is, as we all know, the tangent theta equals x over 100. So theta equals arc tangent x over 100. 再听一下，我得唱个 second question is to find d theta over dt. You can use the formula of derivative of tangent x, which is d theta over dt equals 1 over 100 or 1 plus x over 100 squared dx over dt. Question asks how far the car is going in feet per second and miles per hour. According to the question, we know that x equals 500 feet and d theta over dt is -2 degrees per second. Then we need to convert degrees into radians, which is d theta over dt equals -2 times pi over 108 radians per second. And because d theta over dt is -2 pi over 180, so pi over 90 equals to d theta over dt, which is 1 over 100 over 1 plus 25 times dx over dt. So dx over dt equals -206 pi over 9 feet per second, which equals to 60 which equals 61.88 miles per hour.
There are some suggestions that we give to the other students. First of all, we need to be patient with those questions that we cannot solve. Patience leads to success. Sometimes the problems are very complex itself, which need us to be patient with them.
Second, we should always keep in mind that we need to be careful when we take the test. Some questions related to the conversion of units, redundant conditions. These questions need us to consider many factors and some actual situations.
Third, math is a subject that requires calmness. Only if we keep calm all the time, we can avoid the mistakes of using calculators and have a greater accuracy.
Do not forget to take your ID card. We should do some review if we finish the test before time's up.
The morning before the exam, we should not eat too much because it may make us feel terrible, which will affect the score of the test.